everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for joining me here in Manny, Pagan travel channel. We are very excited, very happy for everything that has happened this year with the channel. I haven't formally said it, but thank you to all of you who have clicked on the subscribe. We reached over 1,000 subscribers, so now we finally are getting monetized for the videos that we make here. So I'm very, very happy. I'm very grateful to all of you for supporting. But as always, in most channels is all the same thing. Over 99% of you are not subscribed to this channel. Those of you that watch this channel and repeated watchers, please click right now on the like button, so that way the YouTube algorithm shares my content to other channels, to other people surfing on YouTube, so that way they can see my content. And if you have not, please subscribe to this channel, please. It helps us a lot. And why don't you just leave a comment and tell me what video you enjoyed the most out of my channel, for all of you that have watched my content. But other than that, the major reason why you probably clicked on this video is because of the update that I have from AirCanada. Let me tell you something about AirCanada. AirCanada is just about the worst airline I ever flew on, not because of the service inside the cabin when you're in that airplane. It's amazing. It's really good. You get food, comfortable chairs. It's a pretty good experience when you're flying with them. But the management is horrible. All the things behind what happens when you get to the airport, what happens when you get to your destination is not the best. Now, this is an update to a situation that happened to me back in July, the beginning of July. Me and my wife took a beautiful trip to Greece, had an amazing time over there. But as soon as we got to Greece, we started to have problems with AirCanada. Why? Well, once we got to the airport, we found out that our bag was not there. It didn't make it. We unfortunately had to do a one stop in Montreal, Canada. So we flew from Newark, New Jersey to Montreal, Canada. And then from Montreal, we flew to Athens, Greece. So once we got to Greece, we found out that our bag was not there. So that was a big issue for us. We were worried, and thank God that we didn't book any other trip outside of Athens, because we could easily, the next day, we could have flown out to Santorini or any of the other islands in Greece that everybody wants to go and see. So we actually stayed in Athens for 2 nights. So we had an issue, but I'm not gonna go into all the details. If you wanna know exactly what happened on that trip, I would recommend that you click the link below. That link will bring you to the other video. Or you can, I think, click up here or up here, and I'll have the card there for you, so you can just go directly there to get the background information. So I'm not gonna go into full details about the whole trip, but just about what happened in that situation. So I'm giving you updates here. So for those of you that watched that video, you know that once we got back to New Jersey, they lost our bag again, and we did not get it in that one day, the next day, or the next flight like it happened in Athens. We actually got the baggage probably a week after we flew with them. We came back to Newark. So thank God that Newark was our last destination. If not, just imagine the headaches we would have had. So we kept checking with them, and the point is that when we were coming back to Newark, there was another stop. We had to stop from Athens to Toronto this time. When we got to Toronto, we found out that they canceled our flight back to Newark. So that was a big issue, because we were not planning to be in Canada. We just wanted to get back home. It was a long flight. We're talking about a good 8-9 hour flight back home, right? Or back to Canada, and then we had to fly back home. So it was not the best feeling to know that your flight was canceled. So I said, you know what, let's make the best of it. I know a couple spots here in Canada. I've been to Toronto before. So I was like, my wife never been to Canada before. So we were like, okay, you know what? Let's make the best of it. I'll show you a couple spots. I'll rent a car, and we'll leave tomorrow. When I go check, there's no cars. There's no cars available in Toronto for some reason. That day, there was just no cars available whatsoever. And I know why, because so many people getting back to Toronto probably as a one-stop found out that their flights were canceled too. So it was probably a first come first served basis for car rentals. So we stayed in Toronto. The cheapest decent hotel that I could find was the Holiday Inn Express. It was around $292, and we stayed in Toronto. However, we found out we were entitled to get food coupons or food vouchers for the airport and a hotel voucher. So what happened? So many flights were canceled that so many people had to be put into those vouchers, into the hotel vouchers. They would get the vouchers and then would go to a hotel. They didn't have any hotels available for us either. So it was such a headache. So what happens? I talked to somebody from management, and they tell us, oh, you guys are not entitled to anything. So I talked to another manager, and the manager says, well, you are entitled to it, but unfortunately we don't have hotels. So here's the food vouchers, and just go online and claim reimbursement. So that's exactly what we did. We went online as soon as we got back to New Jersey. We claimed reimbursement, and what happens to our surprise? We get this email right here. So check this email out. It basically says, thanks for sending us your feedback. Due to the higher number of current requests, it may take as long as 30 days for an AirCanada representative to get back to you. Please know that we will do everything possible to get back to you sooner. We appreciate your patience and understanding. If you would like to make changes to your booking, you must do so via original point of purchase. Now, we already flew, so there's no changes here. It's just about, hey, listen, this is our problem. Give us our money back. We want $292 back, which is, I think, a lot of money for a Holiday Inn Express. But due to such high demand, that was what was available to us. So it is what it is. So that email we received as soon as I put in the claim on July 10th when we were back. I didn't get any response in 30 days. So I waited till August 10th and I didn't get absolutely no response. So I said, you know what? I waited, and in August, around maybe August 20th or so, I went ahead and I contacted them again and wrote the same reasons. Hey, listen, our flight was canceled. You lost our baggage. We were supposed to get compensated for the hotel. All right. So not until August 22nd, we get another email back. So this is the second time I filed, and this is the second email I get from AirCanada. So check this one out. Basically the same thing. Thanks for sending us your feedback. Due to a higher number of current requests, it may take as long as 45 days for an AirCanada representative to get back to you. So now you know that things are getting worse. Now you know that there's more claims being filed because they didn't get back to us in 30 days. I had to file another claim, and now they're telling me in 45 days. So I'm seeing the development of disaster that this company has right now, because they are taking people's money but not fulfilling the flights. So this is a huge problem for so many people in Canada, for so many people from the United States that are using AirCanada as the carrier to bring them to Europe, to bring them to other places in the world. So it's a huge problem. Now, what happens? I finally get someone real, not an automated system, email me back. And what do they say? What does the email say? Look at this email. So it says, Dear Mrs. Pagan, and it says Mrs. Pagan because my wife, it was booked under my wife's name, okay? So she had her points from her credit card and we used it and we went to Greece for free. And if you don't know how I went to Greece for free, here's another video that you can click on, and I'll link that right there also in the description, so that way you guys can see how we went to Greece for free. But as I always say, you know, not all that glitters is gold. We went to Greece for free, we had a great time, but we had a lot of headaches with AirCanada. Now, check the email. So it says, Dear Mrs. Pagan, thank you for writing to us about your recent trip when your luggage wasn't available to you when you landed. We would like to apologize for the inconvenience this situation has caused you. We are pleased to offer you a one-time discount of 25% for up to 4 passengers off the base fare on your next booking at aircanada.com. Below we have provided your promotional code and instructions on how to receive your discount. Once again, we offer our sincere apologies and we trust that all of your future travels with AirCanada will be completely satisfactory. Now, do you think that after waiting all this time, all the way up to September 9th to get somebody to get back to me, that I'm going to settle for just getting a 25% discount on flying AirCanada again? Absolutely not. Are they crazy? Are they crazy? All these problems we had, they didn't get back to us till 2 months to tell us that they would give us 25% off. So that means that I'll have to spend money again on them just to feel compensated, which is not a compensation. This is ridiculous. I mean, the least they could do is just offer us free flights. You know, the least they can do. But they're giving us 25% off. When I read that email, I was livid. I was heated. I could not believe that you have this horrible management in an airline that is the largest airline in Canada. So immediately I replied back, and I'll just show you what I wrote. And sorry for the grammar. I mean, as a teacher, this is probably pitiful. But check it out. I wrote, "This is not what I was promised. I was promised a full refund for my hotel stay, and that is what I would like. It would be best to just refund the money and do the right thing, considering you are responding back more than 2 months from my initial request." So, I try to be as nice as possible, respectful as possible, but obviously when you read the email, you know that your customer is very angry. So, I did not get a reply from them till September 26th. So more than 2 weeks later after I wrote this reply. And to my surprise, this is the email, this is what we got back. So it says, "Dear Mr. Pagan, thank you for contacting AirCanada Customer Relations about your request for compensation due to your flight disruption on your connecting flight AirCanada 8882 in Toronto. Due to the high number of requests, we were unable to respond back to you as quickly as we would have liked. We sincerely apologize for the delay in responding to your concern. I am sorry to hear of the disruptions and difficulties you and your partner experienced in your return travel to Newark. We understand that you may be disappointed, and we apologize for the inconvenience it has caused. We know our customers are eager to get to their destinations as inconvenient when plans change. So, here's the real stuff. After investigation, we have determined that the root cause of your arrival delay was due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on our operations. In particular, the delay of your flight was caused by unforeseen staffing issues experienced by AirCanada at the airport related to ground handling activities, which arose due to COVID-19 pandemic's impact on our ability to operate this flight in question. Having said that, in this instance, you are entitled to the right of compensation as outlined in Article 7 of the Regulation EC 261/2004. Specifically, you and your partner shall receive the compensation equivalent to 600 euros per passenger based on the distance of the flight and the delay which exceeded the scheduled arrival time of the flight originally booked by 4 hours. The compensation shall be paid by draft. Alternatively, with your signed agreement to the compensation, to the passenger receipt at the bottom of the email, we will offer an AirCanada e-coupon for future travel on AirCanada in the amount of Canadian 1,200 per passenger. So, this is a pretty big deal here. So, you get 1,200 Canadian per passenger. That's the equivalent to around $900 per passenger. So that's really pretty much $1,800 per passenger. Please reply to earliest convenience with your preference. For a draft, please confirm the mailing address for all passengers which we have on file. And then at the end it says, moreover, I am pleased to inform that you shall be receiving another draft for $292.68 as part of our reimbursement for your hotel stay. So that is absolutely amazing. I was not expecting that from AirCanada for them to offer such compensation. The way I read it, I thought that we were getting the whole thing, the whole package, right? But I did not get the whole package. I read wrong. So it was either get the 600 euros per person plus a compensation of the hotel, or get 1,200 Canadian per person. So, you know, I kind of told them like, hey, listen, you know, we went through a lot. We waited many months for this. Why can't you just give us the whole package? They're like, no, you have to pick one. So we ended up getting the compensation, the money. I mean, why would I fly Air Canada again and go through the same headaches again? And I know that they're still going through a lot, because look how long it took. So why would I put myself in that position again in future travel? Yes, 1,200 Canadian per traveler is a lot. We could have definitely done another Europe trip maybe next year. But I thought, you know what? I'd rather take the money and just use it for whatever I want to. Maybe I can get some car stuff. Maybe you know, I can go out to a nice dinner and maybe a nice weekend trip somewhere. So we took the money. So when you add it up in total, that's almost $1,500 back from Air Canada cash. So I'm still waiting for the checks. They should be here within a month, they told me. So I'm very happy for the compensation. Now, considering from what I've seen, other people have sued in small claims and they've got $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 from Air Canada. So we probably could have gone that route too. But hey, listen, I don't have time to be going to the court and finding a lawyer and all this kind of stuff. I just don't have time for all those headaches. So I rather just all I was asking for was the money back from the hotel, and I would have been just fine. But hey, I came out blessed out of the situation. Getting $1,500 back is awesome. So hey, I'm cool with that. So I hope you enjoyed this little update here, this experience. If you're going through the same thing with Air Canada, now you know that there are some rights there that I didn't know about. I didn't know about this law that they told me about, and you know, being ignorant to those things when it comes to travel could really cost you. Maybe I could have got even more. Maybe I don't know how much. You know, I could have probably pushed for more, but you know, I'm settling because hey, listen, I'm okay with that. Just give me the $1,500. I'll be totally fine. The $300 will be covered, and then basically I'm getting like $1,200 free from Air Canada, and that could be used for any other travel. So it is what it is. Please comment below. Maybe you went through a similar situation like this. Maybe you came out better than I did. Please go down and comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think it was fair? Do you think that it's okay? Do you think I should have fought for more? What do you guys think? Please comment down below. Please like this video and share it, so that way others that are going through the same situation with Air Canada, they can also know what to do, right? We are going to be posting some more videos soon. I'm going to be working on a documentary on Puerto Rico. We're actually flying down to Puerto Rico next week. My father and I are going to go, not my wife. And we have a property out there, a 2-acre property that pretty much a lot of trees fell. So we have to go fix it up. We got to cut up the trees, tree logs and all that. But I'm going to be doing a kind of like a different video than the usual, like just, you know, reviewing a certain spot. This video will be more of like a documentary. I'll interview some people from my family, so that way you guys can get to know them as well, and just show you the struggle in Puerto Rico. So please keep Puerto Rico in your prayers. So as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video, and thank you. I'll see you real soon in another video. God bless.